That's weird.
You always got a weapon that's weak. Why do you have chains wrapped around your fucking knuckle?
Look at her PC that thing.
Baddies Gone Wild, episode 6, titled Homeless in Brazil. So the episode starts off with Baddie versus Daisy. This is round 2. They square up. Boom, immediately. Baddie puts her head down. That's what I noticed. Both of them got some hits in. And it wasn't until the very end when the security guard actually pulled Baddie and was holding Baddie. Daisy hit her, boom, in her head one good time. Baddie really did hold her own against Daisy. Not they have both of the security guards in the confessional. And it's like, who do you think won? Aunt says, I think it was a tie. And the other security guy is like, Australia put it on cinder block. But he makes a good point because he says Daisy's mouth was leaking. Australia hit her in the mouth and she hit her in the head. He's giving it to Baddie. So I think I might have to agree. If we base it off of that, then it probably will go to Baddie. I need these security guards to forever do these confessionals where they discuss who won the fight, because this was the funniest thing ever to me. Here's the mean girls on the side line. We gotta do Daisy's chant. Wild bees take shots. Wild bees take shots. And why'd they say it like that? As if they're trying to do it somehow against Baddie. Rella is in her confessional talking about, Daisy, I told you that bee is weird. I don't F with her for no reason. Rella, shut the up, because we remember exactly what happened in episode 1, girl. The reason why you don't mess with Baddie is because you were trying to be a mean girl. Y'all was making fun of her hair. You tried to offer your scarf to her and you didn't like what she said. You don't even know what it is she said. If y'all go back and look at that episode, Rella says, I don't know what she said, but all I know is that it pissed me off and I stood up and I hit her. You literally had no reason from the very beginning to fight Baddie. So kindly shut up. Daisy's in her confessional talking about, see, all these girls that said that you don't like me and you don't F with me, you just showed them that it's true by fighting right now. But it's Daisy be having amnesia sometimes, because she always likes to place the blame on the other person that she's fighting with. She forgets she always starts it. Literally, you came up to her, remember? You came up to her and you started questioning her about her loyalty. And instead of listening to her when she said, I never said that, you pressed her, you got in her face, you put your finger in her face multiple times, you literally mushed her face. Girl. So Daisy and Baddie are arguing. Daisy says, you're not sleeping in my house. Baddie's right. You let Coco put a battery in your back. And I don't understand why you would trust Coco, somebody that you fought, that you know eventually she wants to fight you again. But the only reason why she can't is because her eye is messed up. Her eye is over there hemorrhaging. And they told her she can't fight for the rest of the season. Why would you trust that girl? Daisy, you tripping. Baddie's talking shit. She's like, oi, Australia in this bee. Look at your mouth. Daisy's trying to act like she didn't feel shit. Baddie's like, you're bleeding. You definitely felt that. You're bleeding. Look at your mouth. It's red. As Hurricane M always likes to say, Baddie did her big one. I think Daisy thinks that she lost because the way that it's playing right now, Baddie is literally dancing woof, woof. You ain't big dog no more. You little dog. Woof. And Daisy's pissed. I'm gonna do this. It comes off very much so as she's mad because she lost. So Baddie sits down. She's talking to Shay and Oxy Pearl. She says, I did say to Coco, it looks like you're duck and fade from Daisy. Coco basically turned that around and made it seem like that came from Daisy, not Baddie. Daisy's in her confessional talking about, I was your superwoman. I protected you from all the bees who wanted to hurt you. Yes, kudos. That was good of you, Daisy, but really she didn't ask you to do that. You did that out of the kindness of your heart. I hate when somebody does something nice for you and then tries to hold it over your head. Don't help me if you're gonna hold it over my head later on. I didn't ask you, I think Daisy saw an opportunity the first day. Daisy's smart and she was like, I know how this is gonna play out. Baddie, Daisy's not your friend anymore. You just go ahead, link up with Shay, Oxy Pearl, Jaden. That's gonna be your new friend group. Oh my gosh. Shay is like, wait, was she just bleeding? Baddie goes, she was bleeding. Someone called a vet. This girl is hilarious. The dog is bleeding, bro. Someone call the vets. So we pan over to the other group of girls. Cupcake's like, so what do you think happened, that caused this? Cupcake, who made you the producer? Ugh. And then here comes Coco chiming in. Either way, however it goes, however you said it still seemed like some messy No, Coco, no, not either way it goes. Those are two very, very, very different things. Why is nobody clocking her? It wasn't that Daisy, the person you fought, called you a it was that someone watching the fight said, after the fight, you look like you were ducking Fade, which you were because your eye is messed up. Hello? Like, I don't understand why Coco is even upset about this. Coco's just been involved in too many stuff that just makes me look at her like, girl. Coco's in the confessional. She was like, you know what? That shit was a tie because Daisy ended up with a busted lip. All right. As soon as Daisy sees that, she's gonna whoop your ass again. Okay, so they ask Janelle's, how do you feel about Daisy fighting you over the phone thing? Janelle's is like, yeah, I really don't care, blah blah blah, I'm gonna fight over my phone anyways, so regardless, it doesn't matter. Daisy said, well, the only reason why I did it is because I felt like I need my phone. But the thing is, Natalie didn't say that you were going to get your phone until after you fought her. So no, you stood up because you were trying to be a follower. Natalie said, jump, and you said, how high? That's exactly what happened. Daisy's such a liar. Don't try to twist the story. I just fought you because I needed my phone back. Natalie said after you fought her, Daisy can get her phone back. So you didn't know that you were going to get your phone back when you fought her. Shut up, TT. She's talking about period. You stood your ground. You know, I like that you stood up and you shut up. You didn't stand your ground today. Daisy, she literally whooped your ass. She took your bed. She dragged you from the windows to the wall of your own bedroom. Literally dragged you. And you still didn't do nothing about that. You came for Baddie afterwards. Like, shut up. Titi and Coco are so annoying. Okay, so apparently they're all cool with Janelle's now. They're like, yeah, I think you should stay. I guess they forgave her because from the very beginning, they had no reason to really be mad at her in the first place. They were just being minions. So they're riding home from this little outside excursion that they never got to go to. They're split up into the two different buses. Cupcake for the first time is riding on the bus with Shay, Oxypearl, Jaden, and Baddie, the pretty girls bus, basically. They're asking her like, Cupcake, are you good? Like, that's it? You're not about to get into no drama, nothing else, no more fights? Like, you just chilling now? What's up? Cupcake says she's here to pop her shit in a different way and she's just chilling now, and I'm just kind of confused because I'm like, what do you mean? So you don't want to fight anymore? You're here to do what? Be a producer? It's not working. It never comes off as natural. She's like, so why do you think that this happened the way that it happened? Baddie's looking at Cupcake and she's like, so like, are you about to run over there and tell them what we said over here? Because, you know, you're friends with them more than you are with us. And Cupcake's like, no, I'm not messy. I'm not messy. In the confessional, here goes Cupcake. If you feel that way, like, it's completely different energy. Cupcake asked Baddie, like, are you going to get in the paint again? Or do you just want to have a conversation with Daisy? Like, which one is it? And Baddie's pretty much with all that. She's like, yeah, I want to have a conversation because I really did trust her. But like, we probably going to get in the paint again because she's talking about, I'm not about to live in the house anymore. At the other bus, Daisy looks at Glossop. She's like, you should get into it with Shay again. And Glossop's like, you think I ain't? What Daisy really wanted to say was, Shay beat your and that was embarrassing. Like, you need to go ahead and and try to redeem yourself. Glossop's like, oh, I am for sure. I don't know. For me, I just think Glossop is kind of boring. Like, she doesn't really talk a lot. She doesn't seem to have a big personality. To me, she just seems very boring. Okay, so back to the other van. This just proves that Cupcake literally is spineless. Like, but how do you literally, basically, she just punked Cupcake out of her own fan. Like, Cupcake said, okay, I'll let you borrow mine. Baddie said, I ain't gonna borrow it, I'm gonna keep it. She literally gives Baddie her fan, and Baddie's like, it's mine now. And Cupcake's like, okay, that's fine. That's okay, I have a second one. Oh my god, like, you have no spine. It's just weird to me how much Cupcake changed. Where was all that energy in the auditions when you were fighting, talking about big cupcake? Like, now you're just so like, what happened to you? I've been hearing the rumors about Cupcake too, but I just haven't been saying anything because Cupcake is denying them. So, you know, until she actually confirms it true or not, then I'm just gonna leave it alone. Okay, so we're back at home. We have Daisy, Hurricane M, and Coco sitting on one couch, and on the other couch we have Baddie and Oxypearl. And Daisy's like, you punched me. Why did you punch me? And Baddie's like, because you put your hand in my face. You're forgetting everything that you do, apparently. Yeah, Daisy's like, you pushed me. And actually, she didn't push you first. You put her hands on her first. If I remember correctly, you literally mushed her a little bit. Like, you went like this. Her hands definitely touched her face first. And she got up and she was like, absolutely not. So you did touch her first. Baddie's literally in the confessional clocking the shit out of Daisy. She's like, Daisy was never my friend from the very beginning. She was just doing it for attention. You know, she was plotting. She seen like, oh, Baddie was getting all this attention on the first day. She knew exactly where to insert herself so that she can get attention too. That's kind of what I was saying earlier, because that's what it seems like, because the way Daisy flipped so fast, it doesn't make no sense. Daisy's so hurt about her lip. She's like, and then after that, you said, look at your lip, look at your lip. But guess what? My lip doesn't look like nothing, no. Then Baddie's like, but you do. You have a lump right here. Daisy, what happened? Did you never lose a fight before or something? Like, you are so butthurt about this. Cupcake is literally in the confessionals. Baddie's just running her mouth to Daisy, and Daisy's standing on business. Cupcake, shut up. You're just a follower and a lame at this point. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh, insert Natalie and Erica Raven. Oh my gosh. I was like, where is Erica Raven all this time? Hold on. I'm gonna have to put this back on normal speed. Erica Raven looks so pretty. I literally say that in every single recap. All the haters are looking at her too. Like, stop. Don't give her evil eye. You could just see their nasty eyes looking at her. Relogy stands up immediately and she's like, absolutely not. She has her water bottle. Boom. She throws her water bottle at Erica Raven. I don't think it actually hit her though. Natalie's like, hold on. But nope. Erica Raven runs beside her and she's like, let's go. She runs up to her. TT's pissing me off. I didn't even watch the fight yet, but I can already see TT is trying to jump in. Why? Literally, why? TT's already going like this before Erica even has a chance to connect with Rella. Like, even make it make sense. Your friend isn't even getting beat up. Like, at least you could be like, oh, my friend was getting beat up, so I had to jump in. She didn't even get a chance to hit her yet, and TT's already going like this with the brush. Like, literally, TT, oh my gosh, is so annoying. She's one of the most annoying people on the show because she always jumps in on everybody's fights. Erica Raven's trying to fight on Rella G's, but TT kicks her. So Erica Raven turns to TT. She starts swinging on TT. This girl is literally getting jumped by Rella G and TT at the same time, but she's actually doing pretty good. Like, she's holding her own. She's literally was like turning. Oh no, Oxy Pearl, you did not just try to get a lick in. As security was pulling off Erica Raven and pulling her away, Oxy Pearl literally said, oh God, no. What are you doing, girl? You just turned weird. You went from being like MVP to being a weirdo. Why? You have no reason to want to fight Erica Raven. This doesn't even make any sense. You have no reason. Stay out of stuff. Stay out of things that don't involve you. Oh gosh. Here goes Rella G. Rella G's crying now. What happened, gangsta? What happened, gangsta Barbie? She's like, I don't care. She hit me with a freaking charger. She hit me with a charger. I thought it didn't hurt. I thought you have a bobblehead. She was literally on Instagram like, I didn't do nothing. I got a bobblehead. I took it. Aw, it really hurt you, didn't it? You're crying. Natalie's like, okay guys, stop. I'm really irritated right now. Like, we got kicked out of the national park in Brazil. Now we're sitting here fighting before we have to go out. Whatever y'all did in this house, the neighbors have been listening, okay? The Brazilian neighbors united and signed a petition, and now you guys have to leave. They gotta leave like right now, like immediately this second. It's not even like they have a couple of days to pack your stuff. Like, it's immediately right now. That's crazy though. Apparently they've been too wild, too crazy. In that first episode, that Karen that was next door complaining, apparently she went to all the neighbors and she made them sign something in order to get the baddies kicked out of the house. You know, I don't know. I'm just guessing what happened, you know. She probably went to who's the owner of that house. She found the person, gave him the signature. She was like, you don't know what's happening in that house. It's yelling, it's fighting, it's ghetto black girls. And the owner said, okay, y'all gotta get out. Nope. That's crazy. Ming is in the confessional. It's like, I guess Brazilians don't really like ghetto like us. Let me tell you something, the whole world doesn't. Because stop going to other countries and embarrassing yourselves. Like, this is what makes black people look bad, doing stuff like this, especially in other countries. That's why I never agreed with having this baddies shows in Africa and Brazil. Like, I feel like we should keep it in America, but you know, it is what it is. It's not my show. So they show the girls packing up. Rella G's rips off Erica Raven's name from the door. Doesn't make no damn sense because they're going to a new house anyways, but okay, girl. Then they get into the vans and they're on their way to the club. Dang, Rella G's looks so different without weave. Like, she has a huge forehead. Those wigs cover up a good percentage of that runway. Not gonna lie. I have a big forehead too, so I can't really talk. But is Rella G Afro-Latina? Because she has, like, you know, her hair is giving a little bit Afro textured. I'm just curious. So they get to the club. I'm not gonna lie, some of these outfits I was looking like, Oh gosh. Like the baddies definitely come through with the fashion and the outfits. But you know, it's understandable because this is the first season for these girls. Erica Raven has on this pink. I think she looks really pretty, especially for fighting. Like she really looks untouched. Anyways, they have a good time at the club. Then the next morning it shows them, I think they're moving into their new house now. Jaden is literally like, I feel like there's no rules anymore because all the rules we said at the beginning have been broken, which yeah, they literally said in the beginning, no jumping, no biting, a couple other stuff, but literally they've broken all of that, and the offenders mostly have been the mean girls. We're back to the other bus and they're asking, how do you guys feel about the Erica situation? They ask Rella G, like, do you feel like you got Erica good? Loki, another way of saying like you didn't really get her. And she's like, yeah, and here goes TT, like, you didn't see her, she threw that water bottle right up at her, but it literally missed, so nothing happened with that. Daisy has two different personalities. She wants to be the good Captain Save-A-Ho, or she wants to be big bad bully. So now she's in her good personality phase and she's like, well, Janelle's, I think that you should say something to Oxy because Erica did actually stand up for you. Daisy, make up who you want to be. Like, yes, I agree, but this is really confusing. I have whiplash watching how you change so much. TT's such a hater. She's like, no, I don't think you should say anything because like, girl, you just don't like the pretty girls. That's what it is. You don't like Erica Raven, you don't like Jaden, you don't like Baddie, so like everything that you say is just hate. Pan back to the other van and they talk about Erica again. Erica is in everybody's mouth. Oxypro's like, I gave her a 2-piece and a biscuit. Like, you didn't give her 2 nothing. You literally just went like this. Girl, you didn't even do nothing. Oxy, please. Okay, but at least Oxypro's admitting that what she did was unfair, and she was like, she gonna have to see me though. Your whole reason why you're mad at her doesn't even make any sense. You said we all make money off of our face because we're all pretty. Baddie literally clawed Rella G's face, clawed it from one corner to the next. She left her autograph on Rella G's face, and that's your best friend. You didn't say nothing. You didn't fight Baddie when she did that. What Baddie did to Rella G was worse than what Erica Raven did. People try to say, well, nails aren't a weapon. That's the difference. Yes, they are weapons. Have you never owned a cat before? Literally, you see how sharp their nails are? That shit is definitely a weapon. No, but seriously, especially if you have super sharp fake nails, like, did you not see Rella G's face? It looks like somebody cut her up. Baddie is in her confessional. Daisy, Rasputia, Big Mama, Fat Albert. I didn't had enough of you. But yeah, they're just talking about when they get to the new house, what's gonna happen. She's like, I know Daisy's gonna want the master bedroom, so you know, what are you guys gonna do about it? Don't let her get the master bedroom. Let's see what happens. So they show the new house. The new house looks nice. It kind of looks nicer than the original house because the original house was very like narrow but long, kind of like in the mountains. This house is like wide, and to me this house looks more modern. They're excited. They're like, we're about to switch up all the roommates because like half of them are beefing, you know. I love the entranceway with those big trees. Oh my god, that's so beautiful. Natalie is in the house and she greets them, and I have to say, I like this look that Natalie has. It's like kind of neutral black with the super bleach, almost white hair. I think she looks good. So Natalie's telling them like, guys, this is so crazy because, you know, I was actually going to leave, but I just had a feeling like I just felt like this was going to happen. So I had a backup plan, which apparently was the second house. And Natalie says this house is secluded. The neighbors are far away. And from the very beginning, that's what you guys should have done. That's crazy that you would put them so close to the neighbors. Yeah, this house is much better. And so Natalie welcomes them to the house while slapping them on the wrist at the same time. She's like, welcome, but like, it's annoying, okay? Because like, you guys are so annoying, but welcome to this house. But like, geez, I gotta deal with you. I can't leave. Like, yeah, she's asking the girls now, like, wait. So like, what's happening? Catch me up. Like, who's clicked up? Is there any beef? Like, I feel like this is trying to gear up, you know, the next round of fights. So Natalie's just like looks at Janelle's and she sees Scotty in her eyes. And she's like, take those glasses off. And take that stupid scarf off your hair. Like, and Janelle's like, oh, no, my hair is like, I was like, I don't care. It's costing us like hundreds of thousands of dollars right now. Like, what? Her glasses and her scarf is costing you guys money? Natalie, that doesn't even make sense. Now it's her fault that they had to switch homes. It's going to be Janelle's fault for everything that happens. Oh, so in enters Erica Raven and Ming Lee. Yeah, Erica walks in. She stops immediately. She's looking, you could tell she's already on defense mode. Like, y'all not about to jump me again. Erica Raven says in her confessional that she's trying to decide if she wants to stay or not because it's too much for her. She feels like now she has to sleep one eye open. And I understand because she got jumped. The people that she was rooming with, Rela G, turned weird, and she probably feels like she doesn't have no friends left. At this point, I don't think Janelle's has even talked to her, so I understand why she feels that way. Natalie says, so we're gonna find our rooms, but before we find our rooms, we are going to address the beefs. Ding, ding, ding. Oh, okay. See. My instinct was right. Natalie says, I feel like one of you girls just step up and start running things in the house, like call house meetings. And I think that's what they were trying to do with Cupcake. That's why she kept trying to ask questions to the girls and stuff. So Natalie is telling them, like, and also about the teaming up and ganging up. I want to know why when I walked in yesterday, 3 girls attacked Erica Raven and even me. And I'm like, yes, Natalie. And like, keep going. I want you to really clock them. Tell them, like, why are y'all teaming up? Stop teaming up, stop ganging up, stop jumping in, stop all that. She's like, all I know is that Rela G and Erica Raven had an issue, and Oxy Pro tries to say something and she's like, stop. That's the problem right there. The way you just try to insert right now, just like you inserted in their fight, that needs to stop inserting yourself, stop jumping in, stop teaming up. Like, I'm like, yes, Natalie, somebody needs to tell them. Oxy Pro is still trying to justify herself, like, hold on. Natalie's like, at least talk first and then address her, which let me tell you why this is actually so important, right? Because Baddies kind of sometimes doesn't make no sense because the girls just fight. You need dialogue, you need a story. Like, that's what BGC was really good at, was like there was a story happening. Hurricane M is even in her confessionals, like, I don't know where the Oxy Pearl came from inserting yourself. That's their beef. Daisy already been saying, you know, Oxy Pearl was wrong. So Daisy has stood up right now and came to the front of the room and she's standing up for Erica Raven. She's like, Erica's not even no fighter for real. So the fact that 3 of y'all had to come and do that to her is just weak. That's lame. And I feel like, okay, I think you got the position. You should be the one to call the house meetings. Like, you know, she really could if she was neutral. Like, if she was a neutral character, she really could. But it's just like, she's too confusing to me. Like I said, she's Captain Sable, big bad bully. She does both at the same time. Coco stands up. She's like, Rela already knows she has to fight Erica Raven. Erica needs to get that with Oxy Pearl because Oxy Pearl snuck her. Daisy steps in. She's like, no. I don't think Oxy Pearl and Erica Raven need to fight. From the very beginning, you know, Oxy Pearl just jumped in. There wasn't really ever an issue. Daisy says, I feel like Janelle's needs to handle it for Erica Raven because the only reason that these bees are jumping in is because this whole thing stemmed from Janelle's messing on her phone, recording shit that she shouldn't be recording, and Erica Raven defending her. That's what this whole thing stepped in. So Erica Raven literally defended her, took fades because of that, and I feel like Janelle's needs to step up. And I kind of low-key agree. I'm like, yeah, Janelle's, what are you doing all this time anyways? Why have you been silent? Like, literally, I would have been like, oh, you have my back, I have your back now. And I would have stood in front of her like, y'all are not about to touch her. But Janelle's like, where are you even in this scene? She's literally wearing a hijab around her head, trying like just to be trying to disappear. Even Janelle's is like, you know, Erica is in this position because of me, but she's not really the fighting type. So if you know that, stand up. Why haven't you said anything this whole time? Stand up. Even if that wasn't your friend, like, you should still stand up on the principle. Oxy Pearl's yelling at her, you always got a weapon in your hand. That's weak. Oxy Pearl and her blue tongue. This looks so disgusting. Why do you have chains wrapped around your knuckles? I didn't even see. Apparently she has chains wrapped around her knuckles. It's because you guys jumped her, dummy. 3 people. The first time she didn't want to fight, Rela G pushed her, so she got hit with a weapon. The second time she came without a weapon, you guys jumped her. So I'm not gonna make that same mistake twice. All right, so they're like, let them fight. So finally security lets go of Erica Raven. She runs up to Oxy Pearl. It's kind of hard to see. Oxy Pearl is like grabbing her hair, and then Erica Raven takes Oxy Pearl's wig off. So I mean, I'm just gonna wait until the next episode to see. That's how the episode ended, and then we got the previews for the next episode. Ooh, okay, from the previews it does look like Oxy Pearl probably got that, because you just see her like mushing Erica Raven's head, and it looks like she might have even fell on the ground. Damn. Oh gosh. And this is the episode where Daisy and Baddie fight, and you see Daisy holding, I think, Baddie's hair or something. This must be the reason why she ends up shaving her head. We've seen that in the previews too. I mean, in the trailer. We've seen that in the trailer too. Damn, that's really sad. Getting your hair ripped out, like, first of all, let's hope that it didn't damage the actual cuticle and that it can still grow back. But like, that shit takes forever. Oh my god, like, it's like shaving your head all the way bald. It's gonna take years for that to grow grow back and to grow long, like years, 6 years maybe. That's like the worst thing that could happen. Shit, even like scars and stuff on your face and on your skin heal faster than like your hair having to grow all the way back. Oh my god. It just keeps going. Baddie and Daisy fight again. Next episode is gonna be good.